Lewis Hamilton had stern words for his team after taking P6 at the inaugural Miami Grand Prix. Mercedes technical director Mike Elliott has defended the team's approach at the Miami Grand Prix after Lewis Hamilton was asked whether he would like to pit behind a late safety car. The Brit delivered frosty responses both during and after the race, as a series of unfortunate events saw him finish behind teammate George Russell. It was the fourth consecutive Grand Prix in which Russell finished ahead of Hamilton, despite tumbling down to P15 on the opening lap in Miami. The youngster had the pace and strategic foresight to work his way through the pack, with Hamilton taking the checkered flag one back in sixth. James Vowles was heard on the team radio asking the seven-time world champion whether he would like to pit behind the safety car as the race entered a crucial stage. Hamilton snapped back, instructing his team not to put the decision on him and doubling down afterwards by insisting that it is their job. "The safety car came at completely the wrong time for Lewis," said Elliott, per pitpass.com. "If we didn't pit him, he was always going to have George behind him on a much newer tire. If we did pit him, he would lose track position to George, he would end up behind George on track." Although Lewis would have had a new tire, the only new tires we had available to us was the hard or the soft, and while you might think the soft would have been a good solution, we knew that the soft tire would overheat very quickly. We knew it would overheat even more quickly because he was just behind George fighting on track, and that would have put even more heat into the tires. So, we were in that position where we were sort of caught between a rock and a hard place. And there was no sort of real right answer. If you were watching the TV, you would have seen us asking Lewis what did he think he wanted to do. That was because there was no right or wrong answer, and sometimes the drivers have a better feel in the car than we as the engineers do looking at the data. So, as it happened, it was just the circumstances that took place meant Lewis lost out because of the safety car. Unfortunately, Lewis has been unlucky a couple of times already this season. But it is just the way that things pan out, and hopefully over the season it balances up and he will have some advantages that come to him through the timings of the safety cars in future races.